and Abel. Before this story, we learned about the fall of mankind. Adam and Eve lived with God, shameless and without sin. But because of their pride and desire to be their own gods, they were deceived and turned away from Him. Now they live in exile, still with God, but no longer in an intimate relationship with Him. Now we will learn about how Adam and Eve start their family outside of paradise. They have their own children, but the sinful nature of Adam and Eve has now been given to their children. And what comes next is a tragedy that has been repeated for all of human history, inspired by the book of Genesis. Adam and Eve had been banished from Eden, and their sin had made life hard, but the steadfast love of God had not left them. Adam and Eve knew each other intimately and became pregnant. First came Cain. Afterward came Abel. Cain labored in the fields, growing food for the family. Abel tended to the livestock as a shepherd. Cain and Abel are the first of us to grow up in a world riddled with imperfection, sin, and distance from God. Both children grew up in the new world, and it was time for Cain and Abel to bring sacrifices to God. Cain brought some of the fruits of his labor, grains, vegetables, and other vegetation. Abel brought the firstborn of his flock, a lamb. Abel brought the best of what he had. Not only this, but Abel had to raise this little sheep and kill it before God. This means that it was not just a sacrifice of materials, but a sacrifice of the heart. Because of this, God accepted Abel's offering. God also rejected Cain's offering, knowing that it did not come from any real love at all. Jealousy gripped Cain's heart. Contempt towards God boiled up inside him. This is mankind's first rumblings of true hatred. Cain's face gave away his true feelings. God noticed this and asked, "Why are you so angry?" knowing full well what the issue was. "If you do well, will you not be accepted?" God asked. "If you don't do well, you give more room for hatred and sin to rule in your heart. Do not let hate rule over you. You can overcome it." But Cain didn't listen. His anger had already won him over. There would be no stopping the sin he was about to commit. Cain lured his brother into the fields. Then, at that moment, all the hatred, jealousy, and contempt of Cain unleashed onto his brother. Blow after blow, Cain unleashed his wrath and spited God by murdering his brother. His hands stained red, dripping with the blood of his brother. God, already knowing what Cain had done, asked him, "Cain, where is your brother?" Cain replied, "I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?" God is the creator of life, and Cain had taken an innocent one. This enraged God. He cursed Cain, saying, "What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground, and now you are cursed from the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it shall no longer yield to you its strength. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth." This punishment was fitting. Because Cain had taken a life, God wanted his life to be burdensome. It was more than Cain could bear. Fortunately for him, God's mercy is still present in punishment. God said, "If anyone kills you, vengeance shall be taken on them sevenfold." And he put a mark on Cain to keep anyone from doing to him what he did to his brother. Cain had shed innocent blood, and this was a pattern mankind would continue in for 1,000 generations after. Yet God continues to show mercy, waiting to bless them and save them from their evil.